Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be this very pretty and vibrant purple smoky eye. I wanted to do something a little, I don't know, I really like purple, so I wanted to do like a easy smoky purple eye because it goes really good with brown eyes. If you want to see how I got this, please make sure you stay tuned and keep watching. Okay, so I'm starting off with, a regular face. I've been going to the gym, so I'm really into like my muscles and showing them off, but that's besides the point. So I went ahead and did my brows off camera, and I like these bold brows. Kind of makes me look like a pizza maker or something, So to start off, as you all are aware, I tend to use the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 0, especially when I'm working with color. I really like this base. It's nice and tacky. I am interested in trying the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, but for now this is what I have and this is what I'm going to use. So I mix it into my I use Rumor number 5 to carve out my brows, so I mix them two together so it kind of like blends in, so it goes from like a really bright white to a nice skin tone like highlight for the brow bone. And of course we do this on both eyes using a patting brush. This is a brush from Zoeva. I believe it's strictly for like cream bases, but it's really nice. If you guys haven't noticed, I've been loving the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. Honestly, I wouldn't have thought that this palette would be as popular to me as it is, just because the colors don't really Anyways, so I'm going in with this really pretty vibrant like grape purple, and I'm using a Morphe 506 brush. Honestly, it probably would have come out a lot better had I used an eyeshadow packing brush, because this brush is a little more loose, so it's not packing on the color as fast as I would like, which is why this took me a little longer than it probably should have. So once you have it packed on the lid, you can start bringing it up into the crease area, and once I have it in the crease area, I start blending it out towards my brow bone. And I'm using the same brush. And now to set the areas alongside of it, this will just help with blending later on. I'm going to go ahead and add a translucent powder. Next, I'm going in with this really pretty hot pink color, and I'm going to place that where I have placed the translucent color. Placing the translucent color there just really helps to blend this eyeshadow out, because it's not going onto a tacky base, so it's a lot easier to spread the product out and have it blend seamlessly. Although now that I'm looking back at the footage, I probably could have done a lot better, but I'm still learning, I'm still working on my craft. So I like to go back and forth between the pink and the purple just to make sure everything is blended well together. So for lashes, I'm going in with the XOXO Artistry lashes. These are in the style Icon. They're a very pretty dramatic lashes. They're very long, so if this isn't your cup of tea, I would suggest going with a more natural lash. To prime my face, I'm going in with the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Illuminating Primer, and I'm blending that in with a brush. I've been enjoying blending in my primers with a brush over my hands lately. Moving on to foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Foundation, and this is in the shade Toffee 505, and I'm using a makeup sponge to blend that out. I really like drugstore foundations. I've been really into them lately, especially in the summertime, because as it comes off of your face, you're not as, mad because it's not that expensive. You know what I mean? So if you get the wrong color, you can always try something else. So for concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind in the shade Golden. I actually took the sponge, well, I didn't take the sponge off of my concealer, Callie did, but I have to almost like struggle to get the amount of concealer that I want to get out. So yeah, there's that. But so I didn't want to show me struggling to do that. So now I'm using the Kat Von D brightening powder in the shade Golden, and I'm placing that underneath my eyes. What I love about using like loose powders is once you apply it, doesn't it look so much more smooth? Or is that just me? Like I feel like once I put it underneath my eyes, so I'm just patting that powder into the areas that I applied concealer. And another trick that I like to do is once I've done that, I go back in with my sponge and I bake the areas that I usually get a lot more oils, and that tends to be my nose, my chin area, and sometimes my forehead. I also sometimes like to use this time to carve out my cheeks, but I didn't do that today, and this powder gets literally everywhere. So to set the rest of my face, I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Pro Finish powder in the shade 174. This is actually one of my favorite powders of all time. And then to bronze, blush, and highlight, for bronzer, I'm using MAC Swiss Chocolate, which is this really pretty like deep brown that I like to place on my cheeks. And I'm just doing a patting motion and then blending it up towards my temples. I'm using a patting and circular motion to add this bronzer. It just gives me a really nice natural contoured look. I'm not doing a harsh contour just because I wasn't in the mood today. Okay, so moving on to blush. For blush, I'm using another MAC blush from the palette that I made, and this is in the shade Peaches. It's a very popular blush by MAC. You can get it in a single compact, but I put a bunch of blushes in a like Z palette, I guess that's what it's called. But yeah, so I created it myself. So right here I'm dusting off the baking powder, and it kind of creates its own contour on my nose, and I just went in with my bronzer to, you know, fix it. So before I add highlight, I like to set my face. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and then for highlight, I'm going in with the ABH I think it's Golden Glow palette, and I'm using the shade Summer and Moonstone, and I'm just mixing them together because I honestly couldn't decide on which one I wanted to use. And it's just like so pretty. Sometimes when you go back to your old school stuff, like it's like, what? Why did I leave this alone? I have so many highlights that I've just been using all of my old stuff in my videos lately, because realistically, the rest of us don't receive PR, so I'm using what I have. So I'm going back into my Zulu palette, and I'm placing that purple on my lower lash line, and then I'm going to tight line my lower lashes by using mascara. Oh, sorry. Not only did I use the purple, but I also went in with the hot pink. So yeah. Then I'm going to tight line my lower lashes by using this Swerve eyeliner by ColourPop, and I'm going in with my Revlon mascara. So to line my lips, I used Jordana's liquid lipstick in the shade 21 Molten Chocolate Cake. And then for my lip color, I'm using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Melon. And that pretty much completes this look. I really hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. I would really appreciate it if you would share my videos, make sure that you follow me on all of my social media, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel to help me grow. And yeah, let's make this happen together. Let's become a beauty family over here. And until next time, everybody, stay blessed. Don't forget to share.